Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Messy Night Court. Okay, all rise. Messy Night Court, baby. We are ready to get started. And since our defendants today like to pray about everything, child, I done gone head on and put on my little church lady hat that I made. Okay. But they ain't gonna stay on here for long, child, because
They ain't gonna
it's
work.
Does it, Nurse Judge Nola, does it have a strap?
it does have a strap. I'm a
Okay.
fancy church lady, but I'm gonna take this one off because goddamn, it's too hot. I'm gonna go ahead and put my church lady fascinator on. You
I
know,
love that word,
I'm a
fascinating.
bougie, the kind of bougie church lady
Fascinating.
as well.
I
Yes, the
love it,
biggest flower you can find.
man.
Well,
Can't
when
get
you
no
have
bigger
to
than that.
pray, when you have to pray about everything, sometimes you need to go behind your flowers,
Not
behind
your
Yes.
your net.
flowers.
I
Where you
currently
can
got
be alone,
I
but
currently got
still
my
peace.
fan.
You know why that flower's so big? Because God sits on the storm, and that flower right there was watered very well.
Not sits on the storm, child.
Yes, God in the kingdom.
Ooh, Mace, you giving
All the clavicle and
She
breast
give
wait,
I
wait,
wanted
she
to
giving
bring.
heathen
I was.
realness.
I was trying hard. Not. It
you
took
giving
a lot out of me.
Tiffany.
It's
You
not to
giving
bring my whip because
you
I
giving
wanted to just
Tiffany
give
from
a
Chucky.
whole detail one piece
Yes.
fulfillment because I want to
Serving
bring my
heathen
whip
realness.
because
Baby,
somebody needs to be whipped into shape.
I
no, she's
love it.
making sure she win both of her cases. Oh, she's going to win. If it's
Hey,
What
hey,
you
back to
giving
hey, hey,
Tiffany from
hey,
or
Chucky?
hey,
back
hey,
testimony.
hey.
Are you
Don't let me bring it on down and make me get a little.
Ooh,
Oh,
oh, come on.
baby, no
Clavicles and
God.
girls. Clavicles and
come
girls.
Let me
on.
do
When
it.
did I,
Come
when did
now.
I
Letting the
start?
California cuties out.
You know why y'all showing them girls like that? Because you don't have enough God. And
And
if
if
I
I
That's
find
find
because they
out
worship.
out that you
They
you
cheat,
worship the
really
lowercase
trying to
God.
hurt your sister,
Hey, Cleo.
your ass.
They worship the lowercase God, not the capital letter God.
But
don't
let's
get by
go
the
ahead
capital
and
G
see who we
is a
have in the
lowercase g. Okay.
building. I
You're
see
too
one
late.
person has popped in the chat that's definitely going to be fine. Hey, my good sis, Barb Meets World. Y'all make sure y'all
Hello,
Hey,
go
Barb.
Barb.
follow,
Hey,
comment,
Bart.
subscribe, and like my sister page, okay, and hit the notification button so you can be notified. Hey, Louisiana chick, my alternate bailiff,
Hey,
should I
Louisiana
ever
chick.
need one. Hey, Kimmy Nicole.
Hey,
Hey,
Kimmy
Hey,
and
Kimberly.
Nicole.
hey,
Love you,
Sweet Bee,
Kimmy.
how are you,
Hey,
my
sweet
love?
pea.
Hey, Chrislyn, how are you?
Hey,
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 Chrislyn.
Cheryl,
Chrissy.
my favorite Liberian
Hey,
cayenne pepper coochie coochie maker,
Yeah,
who is
It's
and
Cayenne.
here.
Louisiana check gonna be waiting.
Hey, PN2 Ross, how are you?
Hello.
Hey, Cleopatra, how are you? Hey,
Hey,
Miss
Cleopatra.
Brown, how are you?
Hey, Melissa.
Like they
I,
say, hey, panel, baby, they be speaking. Yes,
Hello.
Southern Baptist bougie, baby. It's
Yes.
Southern Baptist bougie. My hair
Yes,
done
that's what
fell,
it's
child.
giving.
Y'all know I be trying to get new, when I premiere new hair, it typically be for court. It be my new court hair, but child, I came home and went to sleep.
um, Judge Nola, I'm gonna need for Louisiana chick to fill out the application for a stenographer because this bailiff thing is not gonna work out. I just want to don't get her hopes too high.
Which you always got to have an alternate because things come up. Something might happen, baby. That's
Mm-hmm.
all I'm saying. You might have a little family emergency.
Ain't no mountain high enough to get her up in this job, baby.
You're welcome to Feisty. You're welcome.
Ooh,
You're
oh no, too
welcome.
feisty. So for
I
down
No.
love you.
talking, for last week you came in court too feisty and you talked about our benches was hard.
It
This
struck
week
me.
Hey,
it was
Auntie
brought
Bernie.
to the
Sorry.
judge's attention by way of Nola Reed. See,
Not
I'm
the
Judge
business part.
Nola or your
Mhm.
courtship. It was brought to my attention by Nola Reed that you were speaking negatively about the court, stating that your uncle was unjustly tried on last week and you was doing it in someone else's worship house. You were speaking negatively about the courts. And while we appreciate you being an active jury duty member for speaking negatively about the court. I'm going to fine you $300,255,975,322, and of course 99 cents. And I want all shiny pennies. But thank you for reporting to duty.
Too feisty. You can come see me in my offices. My office hours are 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And anything outside of that, I'm dropping you outside the window.
And let them know, nurse. And let them know, Judge Noller, that Nola Reeves is the producer of the show, and Judge Noller is the judge for said show. There are two different people. And what goes on in this courtroom stays in this courtroom.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get
That part.
Hey, Auntie Bernice, how are you, my love?
Auntie.
Hey,
Hello.
Kiana, how are you?
Yeah.
A statement from this court talker. California Cutie, I want to once again issue a special hello and thank you
For trying to
defending my
defend,
uncle
for
TD
attempting to defend.
all.
Oh, now somebody's eyes want to work. Now
love
somebody's
and
eyeballs want to work.
Yep,
I got my glasses on.
Hey, Sassy Peach, how are you, my love?
Hey,
Sassy
Sassy
Peach. I didn't have a way to inbox you, but I wanted to let you know. I know a while ago you had told me to be on the lookout for something, but nothing ever came. So I don't know if you did that or not. But if you did, girl, get whatever you got. You need to check up on it because I never got it. And I don't want you to think I got it and didn't say anything. And make sure you could get your money back if if you didn't do it, because baby, wasn't nothing delivered here. You did not threaten that lady. The court is taking that in because you did state that if my expert witness was to ever go to South Florida, you don't know if that would be okay for her. You did state that, but now you did not say
But
that.
that wasn't personal. She was just saying for other people that might have
You were going
also said
about herself.
California Cutie, lay back, sis. Lay back, sis.
She on her job. She is on the
She is on it. She is on it.
Because I already told Too Feisty that I would defend her. I already told her. Pro bono.
She got her
she ain't got the
So
money.
you need to make sure while you get your retainer that you retain the court's fees from her. Thank you.
I was just about to say, do you want to have somebody to be your lawyer for your bond and for your bail money?
You're in town. Inbox me, Cheryl. Inbox me, my love.
we love a good meetup.
That's hot. That would be bomb.
Yes, story time.
It might not be a story time, depending. Anyway, well, I hope everyone is ready for tonight. Welcome if you're new here. Welcome back. If you've been here, y'all already know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. Now, it's not 25 people in these comments, but I do see it's 25 people that's watching, baby. So come on out the bushes. It's okay. Come on out the bushes and participate. This is an interactive court, okay? So you in the comments are the jury, okay? So we vote 1 for guilty, 2 for not guilties around here. Now, anyone who come after this point will be fined. So hopefully, child, you said your hellos prior to.
California, your video just dropped, sis.
Thank you. Appreciate
y'all make sure
it.
y'all go
I
subscribe
had to go redo that.
California Cutie as well. Also, if you would like to bless the channel, you can bless it by liking the video, okay? Joining the channel if you feel so inclined to do so. Also, you can bless the panel as well. Everyone on the panel, am I scrolling the right one, child? No, I am not. I am sorry about that. Everyone's on the panel. Cash App is scrolling along the bottom of the screen, okay? Because these ladies work hard defending y'all. I mean, last week one of the lawyers had a whole
soliloquy.
No, girl, she had a whole hazmat suit. Okay. She had a whole hazmat suit.
Yes, God, her hazmat.
I needed it.
Man, I'm scared she ain't on camera right now. I'm nervous.
You didn't want to get those live bumps.
So once again, I never know. I never know. I never know. I never know. You just inboxed me. Okay, Lord, my phone is like so not by me. I just had to grab it.
I'm telling you now, I might end up with one earring on. These things is heavy.
Oh, Kelly Kell. I see you must be new to the court. Welcome to
Oh,
the
Kelly
court.
Kell.
But we had officially given out all welcome. So welcome. We're going to welcome you to the court by issuing your first
Welcome.
fine. Now
Welcome.
this fine will be minimum and it can be paid with likes and comments. That's how we pay fines around here. Okay. Likes and comments. And so with that being said, you coming in after I had already did the hellos. So since it's your first time, we're gonna give you a fine statue of light with 80 million, okay, and 99 cent. And around here we like shiny pennies. PN2 Ross, which is a you will see but not speak. I can't afford a fine, judge. Baby, listen, can't nobody afford a fine around here. Hello, 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 Kelly Kell, and welcome. And the
I
first
owe her all my kids.
And a
and your
kidney.
grandkids and your great grandkids.
Yeah, I
And a
owe
piece
her
of
all
money.
generations to come.
And the first case we're doing tonight, go ahead, bailiff. First on the docket.
Yes. All rise. The court, the messy night court is now in session. We are about to present the case of the non-righteous. What kind of mother are you? But we understand because you wear a wig like that. Mama G, Mama Glow, aka Mama Gloria Scott. Thank you. And she is being she's on trial because she loves using God for conditional love, not unconditional, conditional love. Oh, Judge, there you have it.
Defense attorney, are you ready for your opening statements?
Defense or prosecution?
Defense. I'm sorry, prosecution. Prosecution. The judge been drinking a few mimosas.
Hold that one thought because I need to prop something against my door before my grandbaby come all up in court and I get a fine. Hold on 1 second, my loves. Give me one good old second.
Okay, that gives me time to add the other thing that she's yes, because she loves to pin her daughters against one another, and she loves to call one of them jealous. While and then when
Bailiff, bailiff,
the
bailiff,
Bailiff.
bailiff. We don't know what the prosecution is gonna say.
I was just giving her I was just reading down the charges. That's all. Just reading down the charges.
Prosecution, are you ready for your opening statements?
I am very much ready for my opening statements.
Go. Oh, go ahead.
The bailiff, the bailiff have has called my client, oh excuse me, the prosecution's the her name is Gloria McFarland. Okay, Gloria
My
McFarland.
apologies.
We're gonna give it her real name. Okay, it's Gloria McFarland. And this broad, I'm sorry, I get a little sensitive because she is so guilty of so many things, but one that sticks out really in particular. But we'll get to that. This broad is guilty of being a pot stirrer between her two daughters. She is guilty of putting one of her daughters on a pedestal. She is guilty of putting her daughters against each other. She is also guilty of being on camera acting one way when we all can tell is a whole nother way. She is guilty of trying to get rid of cameras when the truth is trying to unveil itself, when she is so holier than thou not. Okay? Because how could you do the things that you do to your daughters? It's a cold, hard world. And the first love you get is from your mother. And you might have multiple children. might have multiple children. You have to find a way, if it's so hard, maybe difficult for some, you have to find a way to make it unconditional love between all the kids, okay? In this case, we are talking to about two daughters, specifically Gloria McFarland's two daughters, LaTocha Scott and Tamika Scott. Those two sisters have been pit against each other by their trifling mother. And today the court will prove without a shadow of a doubt that she needs to be underneath the jail for at least 24 years because Escape has been out for almost 24 years, 23 years, 23, 24 years right now. Okay. So as long as they've been in our eye, we're going to find out today why LaTocha Scott's mother, Tamika Scott's mother, is to blame and very guilty of all the charges that will be against her today. Because somebody needs some parenting classes, and it ain't me. Prosecution rests.
And with that being said, I see we have some latecomers and one that I specifically knows no better. And so therefore, her fine, oh my God, is hefty. And that is Simply Elegant One. I love you, sis, but you late. You late. Okay, late, and the fine is $250 trillion and 99 cents. Okay, and of course we want shiny pennies. Okay, hey Shirley, how you doing, girl? I seen you creep up here in the comments too. You late? You late? I'm gonna go light on you. 850 million and 99 cents with shiny pennies. Make sure you like the video by you pay your fines by liking and commenting. Yes, I see it. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for coming. You're new here at court, so let me explain how it works. Once we give the welcomes, you are considered late if you start speaking after the prosecution, okay, has started their opening statement. You are considered late for court. So we thank you for showing up for jury duty. However, you are late, which is a fine. But since this is your first time, I'm going to go ahead and only fine you $250,099. This is your first time. And the other young lady, since it was your first time, I'm going to give you the same thing, 250,000, Miss Kelly Kell, okay? Because this is your first time. So I'm not going to start y'all off in the late. Peace to Mateo. Now you know better. I'm late. Find me. I stopped at McDonald's. Lord Jesus. And then you ain't come up in here and bring me a large Coke from the McDonald's. Oh yeah, you'll find 850 trillion and 99 cents. Okay, love 7829D. Hi, are you, my love? I'm so glad to see you, but you are late. But I see you know court policy because you sent a super sticker, so your fine has already been paid. We love you. And bailiff, Shirley say you got your fine. Okay, I know you a first timer. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you the But now next week if you're late, girl, you getting fined like everybody else. And yeah, girl, we say cryptocurrency because we don't know what's gonna be going on around here.
No,
I take it because the court can cash it out. We can sell it via Cash App and get our money back. Okay, so thank you. We appreciate it. Defense attorney, are you ready with your opening statements? Peace to Mateo. Thank you for the super chat. We appreciate that as well. Can you pay an EBT? I mean,
Fine to the judge. Their courtship.
I gotta find myself. Yes, you can pay an EBT because we over here in the court like snacks. And y'all can follow Mace Cooks on Instagram, baby. She be cooking all spicy. Sometimes you might get a little clavicle, sometimes you might get a little cleave, and sometimes you might get a little lingerie, okay? We allow our attorneys here to make money in different ways because this court is cheap and we can't always pay. That's why the fines is so high, okay?
Very much so.
Defense attorney, go ahead with your opening statement.
Okay, let's see what we can do here. My client, Sister McFarley, that's her name. She's a
McFarland.
Miss Mickle.
McFarland.
Sister McFarland. I'm sorry, I just got this case 2 hours ago. Um, Sister McFarland, she is a dedicated woman of the Lord. Um, I just want to say my client is not guilty due to the fact she knows not what she does. She's doing what she felt was best to raise her child. How would you feel if you had a child and one of them was a baby bear? You have to coddle that baby bear. You have to make that baby bear sometimes feel special. And sometimes that's negating the other child. It's not done on purpose. Trust me. This is a God-fearing woman. She loves the Lord. You saw her wig. That wig says, Jesus, take me to the river and wash me. You see what that wig is giving. This woman is not guilty. She's only guilty of protecting her cub. You see how weird that child looks? LaTocha is a weird looking woman. In order for her to even walk around with the self-esteem that she has now, it was due to her mother. Her mother coddling her, making her feel special. This is something that had to be done. It wasn't intentional. She meant no harm to Tamika. Tamika wasn't facially challenged. Tamika didn't need the attention that LaTocha needed.
Taco.
She didn't need that attention. LaTocha needed it. So please, my client and I, please, we beg of you not to find her guilty. She knows not what she's done. And I rest. Sister Farley, she's over there reading the Bible right now.
Hooja. Hooja.
The tacos in the building.
Is that IB's the shit?
I beat it.
We need them
Thank you.
shirts.
And whatever content creators send you, I want to say thank you to them for sending you over here to Night Court. We truly appreciate it. Okay. I'm gonna have to pray about what your fine gonna be for being late, because that's how we do things over here. We gonna pray about it.
And that's exactly what
Give me a second. Let me go do it. This is your first time here. All first timers who've come in court late, you are fined to $250,000.99. Okay. And with that being said, all fines are paid with likes and comments. Okay. That's how we keep the court going, with your likes and your comments. Okay. And once again, the cash apps of all of the ladies are on the panel, because baby, they be working hard. Okay, girl. Not LaTocha. Jesus help me. Prosecution, go ahead and present your case.
Pray for LaTocha. That's going to be a hashtag. Hashtag pray for LaTocha.
Everybody put a hashtag pray for LaTocha in the chat. Okay, I want to see the chat filled with pray for LaTochas. Okay. Prosecution, go ahead with your defense. With your prosecution, your opening case. Child, the mimosas will hit me. I find the judge $2 trillion, because now I'm messing up all my words. Go ahead, prosecution attorney.
Well, like I said, LaTocha's mama, Miss McFarland, needs to be thrown under the jail, not behind the jail, under the jail. You just do not need to put sisters against each other. Like, that is like enough. That's like, is that in the Ten Commandments? Is that under like honor thy father, honor thy mother? Like, did she read it? Because and then it says like honor thy kids or something like that. I just know it does. It just has to. I'm really
Excuse me, prosecution attorney, are you speaking to, because a lot of the good Christians, much like myself, that's why I have on this fascinator giving Southern Baptist realness. The scripture is honor thy mother and father that they like to quote, but they never quote the scripture that comes directly behind it, which says, and parents, do not provoke your children to wrath.
thank you, Miss.
The scripture you're
Thank
speaking
you.
of.
Thank you, your courtship. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
that was the one I was trying to get to.
Go ahead.
That was the very one I was trying to get to. So yes, all I'm saying is there's a big problem. There's a very, 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 very big problem, because unlike the way she was trying to throw the cameras out, you can't retract that, right? There's a big problem when one of the sisters is talking and you say, she's just jealous. Right then, that right there, throw the book at her for that right there, because she doesn't care who's watching. The Lord, the prophets, Moses, Adam and Eve. She don't care who's watching. She thinks she got a friendship with all of them, right? But here's the thing, Miss McFarland. You cannot do that. What are you doing? You are giving one of your daughters a Beyonce complex, honey. You are making your daughter, who is going to be on trial this evening, right? Going to be on trial right with you. You making her chipmunk mouth face looking self think that she's Beyonce. Sure, she can sing. Sure. So can Tamika. So the fact that you would even put those two, they in a group together, why would you try to tear the group apart? How dare you? How dare you get in between the money? And we ain't even gonna get into the fact that you guilty for letting one of your daughters cash a check, allegedly, into an account for your other daughter. The one, the daughter you put on a pedestal, Chipmunk Beyonce, that one. You let her take money from the one you feel that's down here and said, you know what? You don't know what Chipmunk was going through. You don't know what Chipmunk was going through. Another reason to get the whole Bible thrown at you. Matter of fact, they throw stones. We're going to throw like 100 Bibles at you. That's going to be your punishment. We're going to throw 100 Bibles at you. We're not going to play with you no more. You're going to stop hiding behind the Lord. That's what you're going to stop doing. You're going to stop hiding behind him. And we're going to bring you all the way to the forefront. And what you need to do is repent and find out and ask the Lord to ask him, how can I make this right between my daughters? How can I make this right between my two daughters? You got grandkids underneath your daughters that are watching you. I mean, you're just so guilty. So much stuff. It's just unreal to me. And I'm really upset. You guilty for trying to, like I said, duck and dodge the cameras. You'll do it in front of the cameras. I mean, you'll do it no matter what. And we only got a smidget of it. Poquito. So I'm ready. I'm ready to see the rest of the season and how you about to show your tail. So she's very much guilty. I can't wait to see the ones that go up in the chat tonight. All right.
Pop off. I'm done. Not the Peter pop off, because I was up one night late and I ordered that water.
Did you? One of my kids asked me
water. On a late night watching it, he's like, this miracle water.
Now, first of all, let me see this. Miss Ellen Messy V. Child, you thought that comment was gonna slide past me.
Assault with the Bible. Assault with a deadly
You
Bible.
thought that comment was going to slide past me, girl. You is late. You late, girl. You late. Find $350 trillion and 99
Yes, I was up
China
ordering that.
pennies. Hey, Miss Shay P, I saw you too, girl. I saw you too. Creep up in here. You know you late, but you always be on time. So therefore, I'm only going to find you $850,000,099. I also have to, at this time, find my prosecuting attorney. I'm sorry. I love you. However, we cannot give out assault by the Bible with the Bible. Okay, we can't assault.
I was trying to make it, register.
Right, but we can't talk about assaulting someone that's on trial in this court that can be cause for a an MT, a mistrial. And so we don't want to do that. And so I'm sorry, I have to find you. But I'm going to take it light on you because I understand where you were going with it. And I've already had the defense attorney smoking in court when this first started.
I was stressed out, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'm going to find you at 350 million. And of course, 99 cent, girl.
Okay.
All
I got my
shiny
shiny pennies ready.
Defense attorney, go ahead with your case.
Now, I know we think that Sister Farley is just a mean woman and that she's putting her daughters against each other. No, this goes deeper than that. Picture it. Atlanta, 1972. A struggling mother with 2 children. One child is facially challenged. The other is not. So she's pouring a little extra attention into that child. One day, she's in the kitchen cooking. She hears a melody coming from the bathroom. She thinks she left the radio on. She goes to the bathroom and she finds her facially challenged child singing her throat out. She said, God works in mysterious ways. This is when Sister Farley knows she had to protect LaTocha at all costs. She had to protect her because she knew that one day, at one moment in time, she will be a star. So she had to make sure that LaTocha was protected throughout life. Yes, she may have used her other daughter. Yes, she may have put them against each other for a healthy competition. This wasn't on purpose. This is what a mother was doing when she thought she knew best. Now, a lot of us as parents out there, we don't know everything. Everything we do is not right. We live and we learn. She just had to protect LaTocha. This is a mother protecting her facially challenged daughter. What would you do if your daughter was facially challenged and had a voice, but you knew that the world would not see her the way you do? You protect that baby bear. You grab that cub and you pull them in close to your bosom. And you protect them at all costs. That is all that Sister Farley was doing. She was protecting her cub. And if you can't understand that as the jury, you're just heartless. Just heartless. I rest my case. Can't take anymore. Sister Farley, pull yourself together. You can put the Bible down. Yes, sir. I got a prayer cloth. Thank you.
Child, I need a drink after that, and I'm gonna find my own self. I'm gonna find my own self for that. Cause girl, what? Come up in here trying to use Sophia Petrillo, girl. I know you didn't. But with that being said, expert witness, do you have any testimony to give in regards to this case?
Yes, your courtship. Not that she used my good grandmother, Sophia Petrillo. How dare you?
Okay, and will you be testifying on behalf of the prosecution or the defense?
The prosecution, your courtship.
Okay.
I have two photos of Miss well, it was said by the prosecution in the defense it was McFarley, but what I'm seeing from the jury is Miss McFlurry. Which one is it?
I don't think it's McFlurry, but
It should have been. That was good.
McFarland.
Ah,
McFarland.
yes. First and foremost, Gloria McFarley, niece Scott, because she used to be a Scott. I believe she's still a Scott because even though they divorced, she kept her last name. Miss Scott. She is up here for choosing favorites and only giving conditional love to one child while making another child the end all be all, as said by the court. Her name has now gone from LaTocha to LaTocha. As you can currently see in this photo, the body language that it's giving, she's more leaning towards LaTocha than she is one Tamika. She is giving, I love this child on this side. This is my friend. We cool like that. And on the other side, it's given, I may have birthed her, but I don't know her. That's what it's giving by the body language. It is. She has more of a friend relationship with LaTocha than she actually has a mother-daughter relationship, because while she was out working those multiple jobs, as it was stated by one Tamika Scott in her YouTube video, the first one, not the second one, LaTocha, as the oldest, it probably fell to her to help take care of the home. And instead of building a mother-daughter relationship, they built a best friend relationship. You watch my child while I go to work, I break you off a couple of dollars. She likes to gaslight her daughter Tamika, as we've seen before in the picture. If you could bring it back up, your courtship. Not the wig, your courtship, the other one, where they're all standing. Yes. As you can see, she likes to gaslight the daughter who has the black bun and the bang. She gaslights her a lot, okay? She does. She plays favorites with her children, and even though I'm not a parent, I can say or ask from the parents in the room who are currently in the court, I don't think y'all play favorites with y'all kids. I don't think y'all do that, because you got to make sure the children are equally loved and know that they are equally loved and cared about by the parents. She uses God and the Bible. And hear me when I say this. She uses God and this here Bible. This Bible. The Holy Bible. Put your hand on the Bible. Lean on it. Speak to it. She uses this Bible to abuse Tamika with religion. There's not enough God in you, she says to Tamika. If I catch you jumping on your sister when you know she's not, I'm going to whoop your tail, is what she says. Followed up with, you don't have enough God in you. But ma'am, you can't use this Bible. You can't, because this is the Holy Bible. You can't use this to abuse your child with it. You can't tell your child how much God they have within them. But that is what she said. Now, I saved the court from having to listen to the recording because it is very triggering with the words. But she uses that said Bible there. I had to put it down because it's so tired. The Bible said, hello? The Bible said they tired of Miss Gloria McFarley using them to abuse her child, and that they wish she would stop, and they hope that she get better wigs. But that's just them being petty, because she's been using them since 1984 to, tell the children what they're going to do, what they're not going to do. Lord, the Bible is sick of her. She knew about LaTocha and her husband, who looks like unhandsome Squidward, stealing money from her child Tamika in the sum of $30,000 allegedly. And when confronted about it by one Tamika Scott, she said maybe she needed it. You don't know what she was going through, even though during that time one Tamika Scott was heavily pregnant with her last child and had the oldest child in college and the middle child was in high school. But LaTocha needed it. She has bad wigs. Your Honor, if you could put the picture back up.
You're on mute if you want to
Your courtship?
I object. Some of that money went to the church's building fund as well.
Or so you say. The another picture of your courtship where we can see it
Objection
fully.
sustained.
Yes, as you can see, she's been wearing the same wig since about 2012. She has yet to change it up. It continues to slide all the way back. Your wig shouldn't be sliding. You should be able to switch it up, make him feel like he cheating. But that's not what she does. She's had the same wig since 1847. It's been sliding back. The curls have been just, going flat. She likes to do a little highlight because she thinks it makes her look younger. This is what she's doing, but she has bad wigs, and she never switches it up. This is the same wig she uses all the time, and it is okay to switch it up, but you must know you have to fix the wig. You have to, keep the wig from sliding back because you currently don't have a forehead, you have a 5 head, and we don't want you to be playing movies on that, big screen. We don't. We don't. She gaslights Tamika. She whispered / mouthed to LaTocha during the scene down to the house where, after she was trying to throw the cameramen and the producers out of her home, that Tamika is just jealous when she was trying to tell her side of the story. Like I mentioned before, she threatened to beat Tamika if she jumped, in quotations, on her sister. And finally, she told Tamika they didn't need to talk about anything that had happened between her and LaTocha, that should be left alone, and that they should handle it between the two of them. That wasn't until LaTocha went and told Miss Gloria her side of the story, and then she demanded, not asked, demanded Tamika come to her home so we could see the display that we saw, and she's just jealous. You are not allowed to play favorites with your children. You are not allowed to have conditional love when it comes to them. That is all. And also, one more time, hello? The Bible would like her to stop using them because they said she is worn them down, she is worn them out, and they've had to go get a new cover messing with her, and it costs too much to be doing that all the time. That is all, Your Honor.
Okay, and we do thank you for that. Thank you for that. My prosecuting and defense attorney are needed back in the courtroom, please. Cameras on.
I'm here.
All righty. And are you ready with your closing statement, prosecution?
Yes, I am.
Okay, go ahead.
In closing, take these off so they don't pick up a glare. In closing, I would like to state that as the court understands that mothering is a hard, almost thankless, almost can't put a price tag job, and everyone does it differently. The census is all across the board the same. You don't put one child against the other. I don't care if one is facially challenged, voicely challenged, which she does not have that. That doesn't matter. Unconditional love. That's what you've been taught. That's what you've been reading. You are a church going. I think, matter of fact, your parent was a pastor. So I know that you know better. You know what I mean? I know that you know better. So I want you to do better, okay? I really need for Gloria to get it together, okay? There is not enough excuses in the world for you to do what you've done. You need to do better. For sure. Like, I'm not going to say it one more time, but I'm going to say it one more time. You need to do better. Hopefully you see yourself on TV and see what your daughter Tamika has been saying, because just a little bit that we saw, ma'am, Miss McFarland, it's too much. It's much too much. And we need you to probably go seek some counseling. Maybe the children Maybe the judge will go a little easy on you, but you have to fix this problem. This problem has been going on way too long. Tamika is in way too many tears. She's drowning in tears because you, for some reason, feel like you need to. Now I'm not even gonna say pit them against each other, but that you have overcompensated for your facially challenged, as the defense, your defense lawyer said. I did not. But what your defense lawyer has said, all I'm saying is you have to do better to expect better. The sisters are not going to get along if the head of the mother is not showing the example, and that you're going to go ahead and say, you know what? No, you're wrong. You're wrong. I have two daughters. And I don't do that. You can ask them. I don't do that because it is unnecessary. That is unnecessary. Uh, Unnecessary things that you need to, mental things that you're putting in the kid's head. They already gonna have it bad, so don't do that. So I'm asking for the court to find her guilty, but as I think about it, like I said, she's a mother. Maybe we should just give her some counseling, maybe, with the daughters. But she's definitely guilty, because you should not do what you've done in front of, beyond the cameras being there or not. Like, just stop, because if not, you'll be back in Miss Reed's courtroom again, and I don't want you to come back. I really don't, because this time I'm being lenient on you. The next time it will not be so lenient. I promise you that. Prosecution rests.
Whew. The defense attorney, your corporate. I need you to get with your partner, your legal officers, attorneys, and paralegals down there to your office and tell them come in late and not strolling in with a 10-piece. For that, I sentence. This fine right here. $750,200,000,000,99. All shiny pennies. All shiny.
Not a 10-piece of wings. I want some.
Ooh.
I do too. But you almost
and they're making announcements.
This whole jury. He was at McDonald's getting Big Macs, and now he got
Go to the Bible on that.
He got me pulling out new fine. I try not to go off the trail. Ooh.
You might have to go and get to the Bible to pray on how you're gonna pay that fine. Ooh.
Shady. In a minute, she gonna make you pay with your beard. You better be careful.
No, we can't touch the beard. That's a surprise possession. Do not touch
the beard. Looks like it gets treated with fruits and berries.
Yes, do not touch the beard.
For sure.
Go ahead.
What quadrillion? I mean, you just one step away from
habitual offender. He's a habitual offender.
Just saying, be careful. Be careful, Shady.
Go ahead with your closing statement, please. Defense.
In closing, I would like to say, Sister Farley is not guilty of these crimes that she's being accused of. She is just being guilty of protecting her child. Anything that Sister Farley did, it wasn't intentional. It was done out of love. Now, I want you guys to look at yourself and look inside of yourself. Can you actually say that you've been perfect all your life? You've made all the right decisions? Was Sister Farley morally wrong? Yes, she was. But by her wig, we can tell she didn't know any better. We can see that by her wig alone. This woman has been stressed out. Her wig has been stressed out. She was just trying to protect her family. And ladies and gentlemen, I implore you, I implore you to see that today. This is a woman of God, and she loves the Lord. And she was just trying to protect her family the best way she knew how. So please allow this woman to go home and go to the beauty supply and pick up a new wig. Allow her to walk out of this court and back into the church. Allow her to pick up her Bible and leave by finding her not guilty. I rest my case.
Girl, what? Girl, what? Excuse me. What? Make sure y'all hit the like button as well. Now, this case is going to go into deliberation. Okay, put ones in the chat for guilty, twos in the chat for not guilty. Ones in the chat for guilty, twos in the chat for not guilty. And with that being said, like the video while we're in deliberation, and I'm going to give y'all some deliberating music. Prosecuting attorney, you cannot vote.
Why not? I'm in the chat.
You can't be a prosecuting attorney.
If I'm in the chat, I should be able to vote.
You cannot be the prosecutor.
Why not?
Ma'am, you need to
No,
leave the
you
chat.
cannot prosecute and be a juror.
She said every vote counts. Every vote
This is
counts.
why people think this court is messy.
And
It
baby,
is. What?
your
I mean,
vote
it is
isn't
not
even
in the
needed,
title,
sis.
huh?
Your vote isn't even needed. Do you see?
That's why it should not matter. Just act like I don't see it.
But with that being said, the jury has come back. Look in the kitchen. I'm sorry. Y'all know this is I'm sorry. With that being said, the jury has come back, and it is basically
Not jury tampering.
10-2 decision. 10-2 decision. For guilty. Okay. And with that being said, I must sentence it. But before I sentence it, wait, excuse me 1 second. Y'all know I moonlight. Excuse me 1 second.
Yes. Miss Cleo, thank you for
calling
for
the prayer line.
always looking at your
Lola,
system,
how can I help you?
doing what you do.
Miss Gail, yes, the judge. You're calling to pray about your sentence. I believe the judge is getting ready to render that, but I need you to stop changing your number. I need you to stop changing your number because we keep putting you on the do not call list because you keep enlisting the Lord in things that he has nothing to do with. Like you be saying God said, and baby, he's on vacation in Santorini right now. Yeah, so yeah, he asked us to put you on a 3-month suspension until you stop using his name in vain. Yes, ma'am. But I believe the judge is going to render, girl, because you know I like IDTV and your case is being broadcasted. Go on over to the TBN network. Somebody over there can help you. They open 24 hours for just $29.99 a month. All right, Miss Gail, thank you. Sorry about that, y'all. Y'all know I moonlight. Miss Gail, I am going to sentence you to counseling. I am going to sentence you to stop threatening your daughter against another daughter. I'm also going to sentence you to go ahead and give back the money, your portion of the money that you got, okay, from your daughter, okay? That's what I want you to do. That's what I want you to do. I want to sentence you to apologize, and I want to sentence you to 3 years of therapy with Auntie Iyala Van Zant, because you need to sit down and understand the generational curses that you have put upon your child. You need to understand that her feelings matter. Tamika feelings matter, okay? She should not be dismissed. She should not be overlooked. Her thoughts shouldn't be looked, and you should not be able. I sentence you to look at yourself in the mirror every day. I want you to put sticky notes, much like my good sister Candace Dillon Bassett. Okay, I want you to put sticky notes and say how you will be a better mother. I also find you to find a new wig. Okay, if she needed that money, then she needed that money, and and you needed that money for a better wig too as well. And with that being said, next case.
Wait, your courtship.
Yes.
I got something for her, okay? And I got the sticky note written for her already. It
Girl, not
says,
a smile.
I'll be a better mother. It says
Baby,
that.
she need to put that up immediately.
You're gonna make her write that on the blackboard 100 times.
Sticky notes. I got multiple.
Baby, that wig is
Come
ran
see
through.
me.
That wig
Hold
is
on,
through.
hold on.
That wig is gone.
Wait a
That wig
minute.
done left the building. That wig left and came back.
Wait.
It's gone with the wind, not fabulous.
And with that being said, we're moving
I got
on
these sticky notes.
to the
I got
next
these
case.
sticky notes.
Those are cute.
I got
Sticky
these
notes,
sticky
though, girl.
notes.
Not just all.
Um,
I got no
I'm
sticky
trying to
notes.
move on to the next case, but I need the likes to match the number of people that's in here, baby.
Yep.
Smash the
And
likes.
there,
Get the video up in the
I got these
algorithm.
sticky notes.
Smash the likes.
Really?
Smash the likes.
Not the
smash
vibrator.
likes. Okay.
The mom needs something, but whew.
I got sticky notes on sticky notes.
And the next case.
All rise, yes. Now we are about to get to the. I put so many runs in the songs that I sing, and they be falling flat a lot of the times. I cannot think without my other half of Rocky and Bullwinkle. I lied to my bandmates to get on the show so I could push my new record and the record deal out to the masses. She is the lying victim and a victim of her own making and a victim of Rocky's making. LaTocha, I gotta get it together, and I hope Escape don't ever let her come back. Scott.
Ooh, child. This is the case of the lying victim. And with that being said, prosecuting attorney, run them lights up. And prosecuting attorney, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Go ahead with your opening statement.
I am here to prosecute LaTocha Scott of Escape. She is being accused of waiting for a Beyonce moment that's never going to happen. She is being accused of losing weight but being the same size in the head and the face. He is being accused of being an alleged battered woman that can't think without her husband. She's also being accused of being a liar, backstabber, thief, and just ungodly, using God to trying to sell an album behind Escape's back. And I will prove that today beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Ooh, child. I want to welcome the court's brother to the courts. And no, we cannot find the judge for not calling you back because the judge literally woke up 5 minutes before she had to be ready for court.
But you can get your fine.
Okay.
Whoa,
And then you
that's a lot.
coming up in here late and wanting to find the judge. I should find you.
Yes.
Who's that? Oh, that paid that?
Everybody else got a fine. Even the newcomers.
I can be by
It pays to know people in high places.
I mean, it is what it is. With that being said, I want to take the time out. Y'all make sure y'all go follow the Mason Shady Show. Also make sure y'all go follow Ebony M. Of course, follow all of these ladies here on this panel. California Cutie just dropped the video. Make sure y'all go watch it immediately following this. Run the lights up on that. Ranting with Ricardo. Prosperity Thick Girl. Mace also has a channel as well. My boy Norris Tony. And if there's anybody in here that I forgot, I'm trying to remember names.
The Barb meets World.
Of course, make sure y'all go follow my Instagram.
And the chef.
Y'all know I say that all the time. Make sure y'all go follow my sis Barb Meets World as well as Chef Don. Okay.
Our brother.
If there are any other content creators in the chat, I'm sorry. I am trying to remember everybody's names who I saw.
So
But if
dead.
I missed you, charge it to my head and not my heart. But make sure
The
y'all
elegant
go
one. I'm sorry.
subscribe, and hit that bell for the notification if you are not subscribed, okay, and so you can be notified every time, okay. And with that being said, defense attorney, is the defense attorney drinking a Corona?
No, it was what it is, it's water, and it's the new one, it's vitamin water, and
And
they
she
put
gonna
it in
lie.
this nice bottle. So that's what it was, flavored water.
Water, right?
And playing with your intelligence. Whoa, God.
With lime. Bailiff, I need you to be on my side sometimes. Jesus.
With that being said, defense attorney, go ahead.
So
Gold water, that's what it is.
this is
Oh,
golden.
Kelly Sherrill Price.
Brother, it's golden water. It's golden water.
Kelly
Golden. You
Sherrill
forgot
Price
to eat. Living
swears
your
by
life
that.
like it's golden. Golden.
Oh, I was gonna say Kelly Sherrill Price swears by it, especially because it comes from the gold line.
Yes. Okay. Before we get on that, Norris, put that comment up. That's what I'm thinking about. Clap it up in my
I didn't even know, but thank you all. I guess we gotta do something with it, right?
This is our producer, Nola Reeves, right now. This is the producer.
Yes. We gotta big up that. We're gonna big up Nola Reese and her 2.2, and I also want to big up.
Congratulations.
I want to big up Prosperity Thick Girl as well for getting her comment on Twitter on the dang the shade room. She got her comment popped up, and come on, sis,
Thank
you better
y'all.
do it. So you about to be
I
monetized.
didn't even realize.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
somebody wants to know, is that the golden water that Young Miami likes?
We hope not. We hope not.
No, Young Miami got the word young in front of her name, so we don't drink from the same fountain.
Oh, congratulations, Norris. Come on now, let me go.
Congratulations, Norris.
Yes, babe, because Norris
congratulations for everybody that's doing their thing. That's why I'm going to put out more content, y'all. Been busy, booked and busy, but I'm getting there, y'all. I'm getting there.
Trying to get there.
All right. Court's back in session. Defense attorney, proceed with your case.
Thanks, Mateo.
Okay. I am the defense attorney for the one LaTocha Scott.
LaTaco.
What you guys do not understand from my client is that allegedly she's abused. Allegedly, she is Tina Turner, and her husband Rocky, name ain't Rocky because he ain't throwing punches. Okay. What we gonna say is LaTocha is basically afraid. She's afraid to really be herself. She doesn't know who that is. She doesn't know if she's a big girl. She doesn't know if she's a big girl with a small body. She doesn't know if she's a small body with a big cheek face. She doesn't, everything is confusing for her. Okay. So just if you put yourself in her shoes, small body, big face, those shoes, you put yourself in those shoes, what you're going to find out is she's been coddled. She does have the best voice from Escape, hands down. I mean, anybody with ears can hear that LaTocha is the Beyonce of Escape. And anybody that says different is lying to themselves. Okay? That's why she wears the blonde wigs. Y'all see her. Y'all see it. Please don't hate the player. Please just hate the game. Okay? I'm here to tell you that my client, LaTocha Scott, is a battered woman allegedly, and she has nowhere else to go. And hurt people. She's being hurt by her husband, who allegedly might have had an affair on her and might have allegedly had a baby on her. So yes, hurt people hurt people. I'm hurting my sister. I'm hurting the one that loves me the most because that's the one that's going to be in my corner the most. Like I said earlier, don't hate the player, hate the game. My mom has coddled me. I'm talking for LaTocha, LaTaco. You're mad at me because my mom has enabled me and told me that I was that girl. And until I got my body together, which my body is together, and I'm working on my face. I'm trying to figure out how to get the lipo in the cheeks. I'm getting there, y'all. Just give me a second. Is what LaTocha's trying to convey to you guys. But everybody wants to, talk about a big face and a little body. We can't have it all, people. We just really can't have it all. That alone will drive a person crazy. So in defense, she's been coddled. She's the Beyonce of her group, and they are trying to treat her like what's the girl Farrah in Destiny Child. They're trying to treat her like Farrah. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not gonna do that. On top of the fact, my sister know me better than anybody. She know doggone well when we argue, she know that I love her. She know it's just like when she told me to what but to kiss that I didn't have one. I knew she was playing. Because she know I got a lot of butt back here. She know I do. I'm Beyonce of the escape. I got ass. I do. So being my sister, we gonna go back and forth. The problem is everybody on the outside looking in is trying to blame me. I'm the victim. My client is the victim. I keep talking in her because I it's so heartfelt when she conveyed that to me. I keep putting myself in her shoes, and I'm just like, I understand. You got this big face, this small body. You got this big voice. Nobody can hear you. So now you want to dabble and do your gospel, make your mom proud, and then she gets docked for that. She's in trouble for that. I just don't understand. And I'm trying to give my group a chance. I'm already the Beyonce of the group, and here they go wanting me to join the group. They see they ain't nothing without my client. They're nothing without my client. It's 4 of us, not 3 of us. Okay, let's just be clear. I'm gonna let it go for right now, but all I'm saying is, don't lock up Beyonce of escape. Don't do it. I rest.
Ooh, child. Not the Beyonce of escape. Prosecuting attorney, go ahead with your case.
Okay, people. We're all watching the show. The show has become an overnight success. We all saw the first episode. And in that first episode, in the beginning scene, LaTocha starts off. Now, her sister was simply sending a text to a group chat. She wasn't even speaking to LaTaco. And LaTaco chimes in. So she chimes in with, "Kiss Maya." Her sister simply says, "If you had to kiss." She automatically gets on the defense. "Oh, you're body shaming. You're body shaming." How can you body shame someone? That means that you are ashamed of what you have. LaTaco walks around and thinks she's a proud, beautiful woman. So why is she ashamed of her flat? She knows it's flat. This is example 1 of her being a liar. 2, let's bring up this money issue. This woman has allegedly walked away with $30,000 of her sister's money. How did she do this, you ask? How could she steal her sister's money?
Houseway.
No one knew. But who did know was Tiny's mother. Mama Tiny found out this information and she told this allegedly to Miss Tamika Scott. Now, he has all the evidence allegedly, and Round Face is still lying. Let's be clear. We could even take this back to R&B Divas. Do we know why this show ended, R&B Divas? Wasn't it a success? She and her husband single-handedly, allegedly ruined R&B Divas.
I object.
This woman goes around tearing down everyone that comes in her path because she's waiting for her Beyonce moment that's never going to happen.
I object.
This woman attempted.
Excuse me. We have a. What is your objection?
My objection is she's bringing up the old season of R&B Divas, which was a trillion years ago, and unless we can bring her receipts,
this goes to show a pattern, Your Honor. Your Honor, I brought up the example to show a pattern. It's relevant to show a pattern, Your Honor. Wherever this woman goes, is dismay and tragedy. So I just brought up that to show a pattern.
I still want to object because that shows a pattern of her husband, not her.
It shows her a pattern of her letting her husband get away with doing things. So obviously this comes into
She's
the fact
that woman, Your Honor.
She may be an abusive woman. I would like to send in an example of an example of what I mean by she may be an abused woman allegedly. I sent in a photo of her husband, courtesy of Prosperity Thick Girl.
Thank you, Georgia Peach.
Oh, I too sent in the same photo.
Virus. It made me go virus.
I too sent in the same photo as your courtship.
That's my girl.
This goes to show a pattern that this woman allows her husband to destroy opportunities for her.
Oh, child. I'll be right back as I make sure we get this evidence uploaded. Go ahead with your case.
While we're waiting for the evidence, I would like to state more facts. This woman went behind her group's back to take a meeting for alleged deal. This is the same pattern of events that happened in 1998, allegedly, with Escape that destroyed the group. Did we see a solo album? Has she had her Beyonce moment? No, because it's never going to happen. This woman says that she was tired of being called the big girl out of the group. So she goes and loses weight. But we can't tell because her head and her face is the same size. We don't know if she lost weight, gained weight. We don't know. We don't care. Although LaTocha is a wonderful singer, extraordinary. Some may beg to differ that she's the best singer out of the group. But this attitude of I am the star, I deserve more, needs to be stopped in its tracks.
You muted, Judge.
It's the mimosas. I find myself. Georgia Peach, everybody on the panel has a chat, has a channel. I believe the links to the channels are a little bit further up in the chat.
I just was answering you. Yeah, Georgia Peach, we all have channels. There are some pinned into the chat. I'm at California Cutie. Ranting is at Ranting with Ricardo. Prosperity Thick Girl is at Prosperity Thick Girl 40. Mace, you can follow her. She has 2 channels. She's with the Mace and Shady Show, and she also has her own channel. Mace, what is your
Mace Monroe?
Yeah, Mace Monroe.
Mace Monroe. And then, of course, you already subscribed to Nola Reed, so you already here, so you know what it do.
Thank you for subscribing as well. I
appreciate you even asking us too. Thank you so very much.
The evidence has been submitted. Okay. and uploaded to the court documents. We're going to bring up evidence in Sector 346-221 AZB.
This evidence, Exhibit A, clearly shows she has a gas-lighting husband. This husband has whispered things in her ear. Look at her face. Look at the stunned, shocked look on her face. She looks scared for her life. I think I even saw her wig lift. This woman is scared. This man has been gaslighting her. She has allowed this man to ruin her career. She has allowed this man to drag her down the dirt and destroy huge opportunities for her. We are still waiting for her first solo album that never came to fruition. What happened to the album, LaTocha? What happened? Are we buying this Gospel Iron album? Or are we going to sit there and believe that all of a sudden she went from stealing and smuggling allegedly $30,000 from her sister to singing, "Oh, the Holy Spirit has taken over me," and she went to church and now she's full of the Holy Ghost? I think she's full of holy crap. This woman needs to be found guilty. I rest my case.
Defense attorney, go ahead.
So, I am so glad the prosecuting attorney brought up the picture of my client getting abused in her ear so close that we couldn't even get it picked up on the microphone. You know, usually you get to hear exactly what they're saying. His lips was inside her ear, so tough. He's worse than Ike. I mean, how can you get that close in somebody's ear and the microphone is right there and we can't hear not one word, and her eyeballs is telling us, "Child, if y'all don't come get me, come help me. Somebody help me right now. Tamika." That's what I see. So getting back to what the defensive attorney, thank you for pointing that out. My client cannot be guilty of, one, her mother coddling her most of her life, probably all of her life, because she was facially challenged, bodily challenged, and still had the Beyonce voice of the group.
Excuse me. I'm going to put this in Stacey. Let us not mention Beyonce. This court does not have the bandwidth nor the security for the Beehive if they come after us. Comparing this lady
I
to
can't do
Beyonce.
it. I'm not enough. I'm not
Her
enough.
voice is beautiful, but we
It
have
wasn't
one
me.
bailiff.
It wasn't me.
I'm not comparing their voices together. I'm not, but Judge, I'm not comparing the voices. That's not comparing the voices. That's just showing who out of the group. When we look at Destiny Childs, it's a group, correct? But you know there's one that stands out, correct? Okay, but there's still a group. That's all I'm saying. Beyonce is her own entity, but when we talk about Destiny Child, we talking about the group, correct? Destiny Child's a group. We're not talking about
got beat up by Mama Jones. I can't take.
That's all I'm saying. I understand what you're saying. We can strike that from it. All I'm saying is, I feel
Destiny Child's a alleged group. It was Beyonce and
all I'm saying is my client is being accused of something that is out of her control. Her mom treated her a certain way from birth to now, since her sister was born. And then on top of it, let's go back to the fact that you guys are trying to say that my client stole money from her sister. Houseway, how could that happen? Tamika keeps saying that she can sue or she can put my client in jail. Then do it. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Go ahead and do it. If you have the wish band to do it, do it. We're in court right now. Why don't I have a doc? Why is that not on the docket? You know why? Because it didn't happen. It didn't happen. There is no way my client or her husband can get some money in account without the proper ID, the proper signature. We're not going to do that. We're just not going to do that. So I want for the court to understand that my client is definitely not guilty of doing that, because if she was, she'd be locked up. We wouldn't even be here. She'd be locked up and we'd be working on another case to keep her there. So let's not do that.
I object, Your Honor. I object. We have evidence that we probably can't bring into testimony, but Tamika Scott.
You brought up the old show. Why you don't have the evidence?
How the money was allegedly taken is because it was a new system that was put in place for artists to secure money for their royalties, which she didn't have knowledge.
And that Tiny's mom brought that to their attention. We're gonna believe Tiny's mom.
No. It wasn't. Tiny's mom asked her, did she receive her money from this new program that was implemented? She said no, she didn't know nothing about the
royalties.
So
she's for the royalties. Yeah, we got it.
You know.
Yeah, we got it. We all got the memo. We all got the memo.
She has the information that they filled it out for her already. When she went to go fill it out, it was like hers was already filled out. So in order for her, she did not want her sister to allegedly go to jail. So if she had requested for this, like, hey, it wasn't me that filled this out. It wasn't me. It was somebody else. They would investigate it and then probably prosecuted her sister, which she saved LaTocha's from going to jail. You know how many tacos she would have to be serving up in jail? You know how that wig ain't gonna stay down in prison. She can't be Beyonce and the voice in Giselle. So LaTocha is guilty, allegedly.
You cannot argue your case during the defense. You can only
let her go. I'm gonna let her go though.
You can only object, but I will say this: banking laws was very different at the time in which this money was given. The banking law back then, you were able to sign the back of a check.
Co-sign.
Somebody was able to sign it over to you. So we can't sit and allude to the fact that this absolutely is impossible to do. That would be by
impossible. Impossible. I just think.
The way that she described it wasn't even about signing a check. It was like, say if somebody filed taxes in your name, allegedly. Like, say if somebody filed taxes in your name, and you go to file your taxes, right? And it tells you that your taxes was already filed. So now you like, wait a minute, I didn't file my taxes. Now I need this to be investigated to see who filed my taxes. So she didn't want to go that far to have it investigated. So she fronted like, yes, I got it. My mistake, I got it, because she knew it came. Her sister did it. And if they investigated that, it would be out of her hands to prosecute her. They would prosecute her because it was like stealing from the company. You understand? It would be out of her hands. If once she said that I didn't my money, if she said that would be out of her hands.
Do you have that in your exhibits, defense attorney? I mean, prosecuting attorney? Do you have that in your?
I'm just a sidebar.
Oh, okay. We're not sidebar right now. I'm not. We're not sidebar.
All right.
I'm just playing. I just playing. So yeah, all I'm saying is my client, until they bring the facts, even if banking was different 1,000 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, unless the facts are here in the courtroom, really that just gives you doubt. So all I'm saying is my client says she never received the money. Tamika's not here in court to say that she did or did not get the money. So for me, I'm saying there's nothing against my client showing that she did that. So I would like for us not even to put that on the table for her to be guilty in that, because we have nothing that proves or shows that she did that. So all I'm saying is my client is guilty of being coddled. My client is guilty of being a great singer and not being the poster child for beautiful singers. That's it. If that makes her guilty because She doesn't look like every other beautiful singer. And no disrespect, LaTocha. You are a beautiful woman in your own right. Got it. My thing is, I'm glad you are trying to bring your gospel album out because that's going to make your mom proud. And that's going to make, maybe some people proud. I don't think that that's going to make the escape crowd crew, the escape crowd great. I think you would make more money the other way, but that's just my opinion. But that does not make you guilty of anything that is presented in front of the court. So all I'm saying is my client cannot be guilty of anything that was presented in court today.
The water on the case.
Child, is the case over? I mean,
the rantings part, unless she's, I don't know who she's for.
I mean, no, I meant.
Well, you finished, ma'am.
I said, of course, yeah, I said I'll rest. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Child, LaTocha.
LaTocha.
Expert witness, do you have any testimony? And keep in mind, we do have a witness coming up.
I do.
So they're preparing in the background, okay? Do you have any evidence to present?
I do have visual evidence that I sent to you, and I have my written evidence, and I was not frozen. I was trying to keep it still as possible.
I was trying to keep a straight face. Okay.
Leave me alone.
And it goes as following.
Are you here for the prosecution or the defense?
Prosecution. It goes with the following: LaTocha, bobblehead Scott. First and foremost, she looked like a bobblehead. If you could bring up that evidence, your courtship. Should we give a real? She was giving all that with her head. She looked like a bobblehead. Your courtship, if you could bring it up. She does whatever her husband of the Rocky and Bullwinkle combo tells her to do. As you can see right here, they're Rocky and Bullwinkle. You know exactly who Bullwinkle is. You know who Rocky is.
I'm done.
As you can see in this picture, it's showing the bobblehead neck. It is really hard to hold that pose for her. So she's really trying. And as you can see, she is clenching them butt cheeks really tight because she got to hold that head up. And it's just like, oh, I can't do this. The
back of her
chest is heavy,
neck
and so
hurts.
is this head. I got to hold it together. Like me when I was trying to sit still. She is completely and utterly unprofessional. When it came to that meeting with the SW and the V, the sister with voices, okay, Taj, Coco, and Lily, she came in, looked at her sister, and then told the sister with voices, I don't know about no tour, because there's a lot of stuff we got to work through. And it's just like, well, they be going through stuff too, the sisters with voices, and they get, come in professional, speak to everyone, sit down and talk business and go on a tour and make money. She uses Escape every time to launch her solo career, as it's been said before in the past, and it's said currently that as Escape was trying to go and renegotiate contracts for the third studio album, she was trying to shop around her demo, her voice, to get a solo deal. And in turn, it jacked up Escape getting any more money that they deserve, needed, and so rightly, it belonged to them. Because the executives, as they were in meetings, told them, well, why would we give you more money if we don't even know y'all going to be a group in a couple of months? Because she was trying to get a solo deal. She claims that she was the lead singer of Escape and she sang lead on every single song, but it has been disproven on...
Speak on it.
Yes. Speak on it. It's been proven to speak on it that Candy, when Candy birthed Tucker, was singing lead, as she would do the ad-libs on the song she sang lead on. She sang on for the first two albums. When LaTocha Scott did sing lead on maybe a couple songs, And I do mean a couple on those first 2 albums. But as it goes, she was trying to shop a solo deal. So come the 3rd album, Tamika, Tiny, and Candy were not even welcome in the studio to, sing nothing. Nothing. They couldn't come into the studio to sing a me, may, my, mo, moo. They couldn't even go down the scales, do, re, mi, fa, so. They couldn't come up in there because she was trying to shop a deal. And she's still trying to shop a deal. Currently, she is got this gospel album that's coming out. And the only reason we know anything about that is because she used the drama with Escape in this show to get said solo deal with the gospel people down near the motel. And now she's been shopping around her album, even though, as said for one of my pieces of evidence, it does not sound finished in the video she puts out. It looked like she's in a wedding dress. It is not giving gospel. It's giving very lackluster R&B, and it's just in the past. Once again, looking like a bobblehead. You can see right here, all up in the neck area, she got this choking her. She looked like a bobblehead. She does.
That's a brat doll.
And don't never, ever disrespect the brands like that.
That's the brat.
She likes to pit her mother against her sister in the sense of she will run and tell their mother anything, as Miss Gloria McFlurry that was on the stand earlier. She likes to pit her mother and her sister against each other, so her mother will stay on her side. In multiple interviews that she's been doing, not only on the show but off the show, to promote that gospel album that we know is going to go brick, she has continued to try to shop around the idea and insinuate that her sister, Tamika Scott, is unstable and, in a sense, mentally unstable, which she has no proof of, and neither do we. She's helped along the years to mentally abuse her sister in a household with a mother who has favored her entire life. She always blames when Candy Burris Tucker for her album, her first album, her solo album, being shelved, and saying that it was because Candy was with this person and Candy was with that person. However, as Candy let you know on the Speak On It, that they were not even on the same label. LaTocha was signed to So Def. Candy was signed to Columbia. And the man that y'all continue to claim helped shelve the project and helped Candy get her deal was fired before Candy's deal was even solidified over there at Columbia. And that you should take that up with one Jermaine Shorty McGee Dupree. Now, where was I? She has a chip on her shoulder because everybody called her the big girl in the group when she wasn't even that big. She was just tall, and maybe it was big back in the 90s, but that's not big, baby. You statuesque, okay? You was a stallion. You just needed to hit the gym to, get them glutes up. Just hit the gym to get the glutes up. She married Rocky from Rocky and Bullwinkle. We're not sure. Well, I'm not sure if they're actually married because she never goes by his last name. And as I was gathering evidence, I couldn't even find wedding photos of them. I couldn't even really find pictures of them in the 90s. I'm not sure what's happening here. It's giving very controlling in this picture. She allowed Rocky to be her manager, which caused her career to flop because in the time that he's been her manager, everything that she has done has been lackluster. Brick. Throw it away. She left her sister and her niece at a venue where shots were fired, and she walked off to the car with the road manager and the actual, manager to never come back. And she just left them there as her, sister and niece, and when Candy Burris Tucker were locked out of their dressing rooms for hours and hours and hours. She helped her husband, Rocky, steal her sister's money.
Allegedly.
But she helped. See, we got the checks right here. They was down there just, signing
Not the checks.
Signing checks.
Where did you find a checkbook at this date and time?
Checkbook.
She went all the way back.
He was just took this pen right here.
Baby, I ain't
Open
no
this
check feeling
checkbook
good.
up right here and we'll sign
None of
the
us did.
checks. There's a check. More
And
checks.
he get a
There's
check,
a
and you
check.
get a
Everywhere,
check,
Sign the
check,
checks and
everywhere, check, check.
deposit it.
and you get a check.
Old Mick
You
Rocky
get a check.
signing
You get a
check.
check. Everybody gets a check. They
Everybody
equal
gets
down
a
to
check.
that $30,000 that was allegedly stolen. Because, you know, they was living their life like it was stolen. Stolen, baby.
Laura, come on, I want you to hold them checks up one more good time. Don't you do it though?
That is it. Living my life like it's stolen. Living my life like it's stolen. Living my life like it's
And we
stolen.
do have a witness in
Oh,
the back. We
my
do
God,
have a
man.
witness in the back.
Really quickly, as I wrap this up, she continues to try to shop that gospel album that sounds unfinished, even though she was given reference to, hold on. Oh, even though when it came down to the, you know, them getting the Lady of Soul Award, down there to the Soul Train Awards back in November, she was given reference, her stylist was, to what the girls were going to wear, because we as a group need to have uniformity. And she decided to be a rebellious child, like she is, with a chip on her shoulder, to wear some blonde, wet and wavy. It wasn't even wet and wavy. It was just a wet look. It didn't look good. And this green monstrosity. I like the color, but the dress was ugly. It was ugly. She makes excuses for her husband and his bad behavior, from working with R. Smelly to going out for one Kevin Hunter, I need a job because Wendy won't give me any more money, to the things that he has said and done to all the women in the group, and, you know, lightly, so ever quietly, sending out silent threats towards her sister.
Oh my God, that dress is ugly. It's like a great.
Ugly.
Her
Oh my
and
God.
Rocky and
Was that
Bullwinkle laughed at Tiny and
the witness finish,
let me
please.
continue. Rocky and Bullwinkle laughed at Tiny and Candy as they were writing music back in the day, because they had to go make a lane for themselves, because Bullwinkle wanted to go solo, and laughed at them and said, who would buy songs or, you know, listen to y'all?
Ooh, that's true.
Refuses to do promo for the show that she is currently on, that is paying her a good chunk of change. She's cashing Bravo checks, and continues to do promo for that gospel album that's going to do rip. None of the women actually have her phone number, haven't had it for months. And when she finally did give someone the phone number, it was to invite one Tiny Harris, well, Colette Harris, to her album listening party or whatever it was, and told her, you know, and you could tell the other girls they could come too. And one of the other girls is your sister. I can't. LaTocha is just too much. And once again, out here living her life like it's stolen with these checks. They got Tamika's checkbook. They were signing checks and stealing her money.
I do not appreciate this thievery of Jill Scott lyrics.
Living my life
like it's stolen. Living my life like it's stolen.
Yes. And she always looks like a bobblehead. She just can't get that head to sit straight, because no one told her she had to lose all that weight, okay? You look good before, and I guess the insecurities got too much. But, you know, you shouldn't let people who live in their mama's basements tell you what you look like. You should know that, you know, they was never going to get with you. You should, you know, if you loved yourself just a little bit more and more insecure, you would never marry that man who looked like ugly Squidward. That's all I'm saying. And that is all.
Whoa.
Ooh, and with that being said, Babe, if you had something you wanted to address the court with while I bring up the witness.
Yes, I just wanted the people that were baffled was asking for a clear understanding of how he could have got her money. Back in the day, he was Escape's manager, and he was also, when he stopped being their manager, he was Tasha and Tamika's manager. What happens is, when you have a manager, the people sends the money to the manager. The manager takes his percentage out of the check, and he is supposed to forward you the remaining balance of whatever it is after he takes his money. So instead of forwarding her the remaining balance, he kept it, broke his mama law out.
That's not what he did. That's not what he did. He filled out her information and had her social security allegedly and everything, like claims like taxes.
And he was able to do it because he was her manager.
No, he wasn't. It wasn't because she explained it. She went on her thing. She said it wasn't because he was her manager. She said it was because he like filed for it. It was like a new program that was implemented, so a lot of the artists didn't know about it.
He didn't file for it. He gave her he gave them the address. Tiny's mom.
All he needed was her social security number.
Tiny's mom gave them Foul did the thing for them because nobody knew about it. Tiny's mom is the one that put them in it. That's why she called and asked her that she received her.
No, you didn't hear what she said. What happened was she didn't know about it.
Right.
Tiny's mother, she didn't know nothing about it. So Rocky allegedly knew about the system. He filed for her. Tiny's mother didn't file for her. So when she went to Tiny's mother came to her and said, "Hey, did you hear about this? Did you get your money?" She said, "No, I didn't know nothing about it." She said, "Oh, well, let me file for you." She went to go file and she found out it was already filed.
Well, and
So that's what happened.
No.
Okay, and I have let our witness speak.
Yes. Actually, Tiny's mom did file for her.
Thank you.
For Candy. She did file for her.
Thank
She
you.
explained
For Candy or for Tamika?
For Tamika, but after.
for Candy too. She called and said
She felt like all of them most likely because she found out that
they didn't know about it. They didn't know.
Right. It was a royalty check. There was a royalty check,
No,
right?
so Candy went on her channel. She explained that the girls didn't know anything about this company.
Right.
Who was getting the royalties for people who sung on the song. And so she did file for Candy as well. Candy said that on her channel.
Yeah, that's all I was saying. I was just trying to let people understand.
Yeah, but she said when she filed, she found out that Tamika's was already done and went out to somebody else.
Tiny's mom called and told her. Candy said that Tiny's mom called and said, "Did you get your check?" She called all the girls.
Mm-hmm.
When she did call Tamika said, "I never got no check."
Yeah.
And they found out that she did it. Then she said that she found out it was going to Tamika to LaTocha, but she didn't want to sue her sister.
Yeah, it's like when somebody file your taxes. Like when somebody claim your taxes,
You're gonna find out right away.
And you be like, "No, like that wasn't me." Like, cause somebody stole mine too, and I think it was a family member of mine, and I never went further with it because I didn't want them to find out who it was and put them in things. Somebody did file mine like that too, and they got my money.
But Candy did explain that this was like a new company. This is a new thing when this happened, so they didn't know that they could get royalties from the actual people who sang on the song. So that's how the checks ended up going to LaTocha's house and not to Tamika.
But they made sure to send the tax problems to
But do you think? But this is just a sidebar. Do you think that's why she always is like friendly with Tiny and not even her sister? Because probably Tiny mother knows where the bodies is buried.
I'm pretty sure.
Because she's always like, "Oh well, Tiny. I'm only here for Tiny."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Now, witness, what did you want to add to this case?
So I wanted to add on to some things that you guys were talking about when it comes to LaTocha's solo career. Have you guys ever heard a song called "One Night Stand" by LaTocha, Scott, and Jay Shin?
I have not.
Hold on. I have a question for the witness. Is that the Asian rapper?
He's not Asian. I think he's black. If I'm not mistaken.
Give me 1 second.
The words of the song, it says, "You say you having my baby, and I don't know if it's mine. All started from a one night stand. It wasn't part of the plan." Did those words? Did anybody know that song?
No.
Okay. So LaTocha and her career that she's talking about, for me, it doesn't make any sense. So she went to gospel music. Let me ask you this. There's a song with her and Shantae Moore. It's called Wanna Be Treated Like Her. Do you guys know that song?
Nope.
No?
I thought she had one song.
It's on the Best Man soundtrack.
I heard that song with her and Shantae Moore.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That song.
Yeah.
Yes. So she's on those songs, but do y'all know the words to those songs? No. So her going solo and then going to gospel for me is a cop out, because we didn't want to hear you by yourself now. But you know who will? The gospel community. That's when you do when it fails.
I don't think we want it.
We feel like she can keep the gospel because she likes to oversing, and when she starts to oversing and project, she just starts to scream, and no one wants to hear that.
And also, when no one wants a piece interesting to them through song.
Now, I did see that Candy had posted some receipts of her being the lead singer on a lot of songs, and people were upset about this. But I also want to bring this up. what people don't realize is that Tamika sung a lot of the songs that we all like and love.
Mhm.
She did the most singing on those songs.
Yep.
I'm here to stand for Tamika because I just want people to understand, like, yes, LaTocha, she does have very specific runs that she sings. We know that's Tamika. I mean, that's LaTocha. But Tamika is an amazing singer.
Mhm.
She sounds great. I will listen to her singing any day of my life. I don't want to hear LaTocha singing when she getting stuck on those notes now. I mean, yes, she's going to be in the studios right now. Those notes still get stuck. So there's going to be a lot of auto tuning and
Mhm.
editing to those songs. And because that those runs are very specific to her, you know. My girl Tamika, she can sing, and we don't hear those same errors in her music. And so that's why she's able to sing her sister's music right now on these tours. And I just want to put this on the record about Tamika because this is an outstanding young lady. And her sister, I don't understand how you can sing gospel music and you're a thief.
Exactly. And we don't want it.
And lie about it and evade the question. Did you see that interview? She went all around that question. She was like, I will not answer it. But shout out to Tamika. And also, you know, Bravo did her dirty as well because she said that Bravo didn't even mention, like, they cut out the part because that was her cookbook that Tiny was making those pina coladas from.
Mm-hmm.
That was from her cookbooks and the peach mimosas. Yeah, the peach mimosas that they were making at Tiny's house was all from her cookbook, and they did mention it, but she said Bravo cut it out
of
the hearing. So she does have a cookbook. So you know, if you don't want a cookbook,
I feel like we should cookbook. If Bravo didn't mention it, then we probably shouldn't either.
No, she said that it was in the taping, and that for some reason they cut it out, and so she was like she wanted to promote her book. That was why she was going on the show, and they cut it out. So
yes, Tamika's cookbook, not Tasha's cookbook.
Not LaTocha.
Tamika has a cookbook.
Yes,
Tamika. As I said, Tamika has a cookbook. So the recipe of the pina coladas that Tiny was making.
But do you know that LaTocha has a cookbook too?
No, I know with Kevin Hunter, because Kevin Hunter actually reached out to me the cookbook too. She has a cookbook. She has Kevin. She's under Hunter Publishing.
She has a plant-based
YouTube channel where she cooks on the YouTube channel.
I've never liked her, so I don't pay attention to her.
Can I ask the witness a question?
I want to bring this up because she's already stole Tamika's money. Now she's stealing her ideas as well. So I just want to point that out. So the judge, when you're giving your ruling, how many things that she has stolen from her sister?
Can I ask the witness a question before he leaves?
Sure.
As a fan of Tamika and Escape, doesn't it does your heart good when you see how she's coming out now on the stage and the way she's singing and being shown now that she doesn't have to dim her light and show her sister in a better light than she shows herself, because she's doing it in every city they go to, every tour they do, she's doing the damn thing, and it's much better than those runs that we were getting.
It's giving her a shot. You do know she also worked with Tyler Perry as well.
Yes.
In the midst of this, she was also touring, singing in Tyler Perry plays.
Malay Jeanette Baptiste Brown.
Yes, and I just want to make sure that everyone knows that Tamika did not stop working because Escape was gone. Maybe not to the capacity of what Escape money would look like, but she was still working because she has an amazing voice. And I do agree with the bailiff. I'm happy for her to get her shine at this point. As a stand-up Tamika's, I will always stand 10 toes down when it comes to this young lady because her voice is better than me than anyone in that group's.
So I have a couple of fines to issue. You grow girl. Hey niece. Hey, my internet niece. I love you, but girl, you're late for court. Now,
hoping you ain't
first time here at court, girl. You get the first timer's late fee of $250,000. How you pay your fine in this court is by likes and comments. Okay. Now, Lord Karma, you done crept up in here and people was giving testimony, but don't think I ain't forgot. You was talking about the court earlier on Chef Don channel, and then you come up in here late. So you're fine. No, don't exit. Don't run, bailiff. Go get him.
I got him. I got him. I caught him by the back of his shirt. I got him.
Your fine is a 1 septillion, 365 sextillion, 1 quintillion, 300 quadrillion, 300 trillion, 1 billion, $200,355,099. You
Okay.
will be owing
Get
me
somebody else
Your
to do it.
courtship.
the rest
Your courtship.
of your
Get
life.
somebody else
And
to
yes,
do it.
those are real numbers. Google
Your-
money
your-
and see how high it
Your,
goes.
your
Okay.
courtship.
Yes.
This is why people are in the bushes. You
Yeah.
didn't scare them to death.
I don't
that
care.
thing
You
on.
pay your
And if
fines
you
and
would
likes and
send me one
comments.
of these fines, I would say get somebody else to do it because it won't be me.
And
All I'm saying is,
make sure-
you are late.
my folks are
You
scared to come out the
You got
bushes.
me on a
scared.
24-hour suspension, and then you coming in court late, baby. 230 trillion
Who's
and 99 cents, all shiny pennies.
Nah,
shine,
said the
shine.
cat.
Who's
Your
like-
Honor,
All shiny pennies.
can you let Lord Common
239
know?
That's for
trillion.
me.
Can you let Lord Common know that they are in US dollars and not UK? I just want to make sure that you get all
Oh,
the money.
conversion is still gonna
Can
be the
I
same.
ask the judge another question?
Mhm.
You give out fines for being late, but I called you earlier today and you
No,
still text, so you're late. So what will be your fine? What will be your
Judge,
fine?
I think you should fine him now because you told him you didn't even give him a fine in the beginning, and he's calling you out.
I
Oh,
didn't give
because
you a
the judge
fine. You were late.
being late.
No,
I didn't give you a fine. You were
bro.
here late, and I also explained to you that
I
I
didn't
was
come here late.
sleeping
I
and
commented.
literally
First
and
of all,
literally woke up 5 minutes prior. We're going to discuss this off of here because I have to
Your
make
courtship-
closing
okay, because I
arguments.
was not
Your
late. I wasn't
courtship.
late.
I have one more thing to add. As it just
ahead.
came to my mind as we were speaking about one Tamika Scott, she stated that her sister, one LaTocha Scott, Bivens, but I can't really confirm the Bivens because there's no pictures of them in the 90s and there's no pictures of that wedding, so we don't even know if they're really married. Okay, it may be by name only and palimony. And let me tell you something. Palimony and common law is not recognized in the state of Georgia. I want y'all to know that. But she said that one LaTocha Scott has been known to get herself into situations, and it's expected a Tamika Scott and anyone else around to fight her battles. And when Tamika Scott was almost in jail, messing around with LaTocha, I just wanted to let that be known.
And could have been there for a while too.
You know what? I am so sick of the disrespect, Lord Karma, calling me corrupt. For that, I sentence you to 3 lifetimes
You
in a women's
corrupt.
prison.
Jesus.
In a
Christ.
women's prison.
Whoa.
Braiding hair and polishing
Whoa.
nails.
Not corrupt.
Whoa.
Not 3
Not
lifetimes.
polishing nails.
3
I would
lifetimes
not want to be in a woman's prison.
in a women's
You don't
prison.
either because he want to go to the man prison. And
He want to
That's
go
where
to
I
the
would
man.
want to be.
He want to go to the man's, and I'm
Look,
sitting
look,
3
prosperity.
lifetimes in the women's prison.
Wait, prosperity.
Braiding hair,
Shame.
doing nails.
A train. Choo choo.
But with that being said, prosecuting us, girl, yes, hush, hush, because my bailiff, I don't want to have to make your auntie put you in handcuffs because that's my bailiff. That's my bailiff.
Now, if you gave her jail time, how long would the jail time be?
It depends on how I feel.
I mean,
Just gave somebody 3
Hold
lifetimes.
on, wait. Let me put on my hat so I can pray about it.
I mean, she just gave somebody 3 lifetimes, so there's no telling.
I think lifetime
Your courtship.
When she went to court, I was good.
Keep your mouth closed, niece.
I'm trying to find out how much long you gonna be in jail, child.
3 lifetimes.
He got 3 lifetimes in the women's prison. Prosecuting attorney, are you ready for your closing statement?
Yes. In closing, with all the witness testimony and all the evidence I displayed, and all the evidence just of her apple head and her treacherous ways and her demeaning ways to her sister and her allowing her husband to manipulate her and her being sneaky, going behind the group's back, trying to get a solo gospel career that will never, ever work. You will never be Beyonce. You are just not that girl. You will never have your solo moment. So keep letting Mr. Rockwell gas you and tell you that you're a superstar and that you're a truth in the booth when we know that you are a liar on the prowl. And with that, I rest my case.
Wait, not a liar on the prowl.
Prosecution. Instead of truth on the booth, it should have been instead of liar on the prowl, it should have been liar in the choir.
Oh, yes, definitely. Liar in the choir. That's even better.
Thank you.
You give a really good case with that. I love everything you said.
I tried.
Nobody.
Go
no,
ahead,
no,
defense
no.
attorney, with their closing statement.
All I'm gonna say is my client is not guilty of none of the above. There was no. I still want to see the receipts where I don't care what the billing system was. Show me. Why would I steal from my sister? Why would I do that? What am I gonna get out of stealing from my sister and her husband? I'm not gonna get nothing out of it. And if I did, why are we bringing it up on the show right now? Okay, I digress. Okay, so but all I'm saying is buy my client's gospel album when it comes out because it's going to be a good one, no matter what the haters say. Please understand that my client is a victim of her mom's portrayal of being a Christian mother and not pitting her sisters against each other. Understand that my client's a little delusional when it comes to her sister because her mom has put it in her head that it's okay to dog your sister out when you really feel like I'm putting her best interest at heart. As far as the money is concerned, I'm gonna go as far as to say if my client took money from her sister, she did that with the best interest in her heart to put that money up for a rainy day.
Calm down, Judge. Calm down.
It's gonna be a rainy day. My client is gonna one day, her sister may come to her and say to her, I am broke. I don't have nothing I have nothing. And my client, LaTocha, LaTocha, she's gonna be able to say, sister, this is what I did for you. Remember when you accused my husband, me, and Rocky and Bullwinkle of taking your money? What we did was we took your money and we put it into a CD. And that money has been accumulating money since the day I put it there. Because me being the big sister, I got capital times. And I knew when you came out with them thongs and that bra trying to get your husband, I knew then. I said, you know what? Let me say my sister. Let me say my sister right now. I'm going to take this money, I'm going to put it up for her. Because the older sister always knows best. You better believe that. Because I'm the oldest sister of 5. Actually 6. And I'm the oldest. And I know best. I'm not stealing nobody's money. But what I am going to say is my client put that money in a CD for a rainy day for her sister. And the mom, Gloria, she knew about it. And what they tried to do was shield the baby sister. They shielded the baby sister for the rainy day. Ocean, you was in the background, my baby. You was in the background like none of this is phasing you. Because you knew. You knew Auntie had you. You knew Auntie had you. You knew your grandmother had you.
I know you.
So, like I said,
She's very
my
lovely.
client has been abused, used, and now confused. And what I'm saying is, with all 3 of those, how can you put her in jail for that? You might want to put a white jacket on her, but you can't put her in the jail for that. You cannot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rest, and I'm going to let the jury, the people of my client's peers, understand that my client is not guilty. She is a victim of so many things that I don't want to reiterate. But y'all understand. Defense rest.
Hope she paid you out that
The lies The lies.
So when I asked the prosecution to bring out where my client took the money, everybody was all like, okay, so now
You didn't see the
I didn't even add the juice this time.
Tell them to prove it, and then I'll prove mine.
No, like I just want to straight. Just give after you.
I didn't even add no juice this time because I have never seen such an egregious way to defend the client. But you defended your client, girl. You almost had me swayed. But it ain't on me. It's on me.
You almost got held in contempt by many George lies that you just know. But okay.
Judge, can I just say, I think it's because the defense team over here, that's who was just talking.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Was very long-winded, you know. And when you're long-winded and trying to cover up something, you're talking yourself into believing what you're saying. And I feel like the defense did that.
When you were doing that, what we call that? When you were doing that expert witness, when you were doing that, what we gonna call that? Same thing.
You know, when I was talking,
I was following your lead. You can't. You thought before I did.
Defense. Can I answer the question? Thank you. When I was talking, I was giving out facts. You were rambling, ma'am, and I just want you to know that.
No,
but excuse me. We will not insult my defense. We will not insult my defense attorney while she's on the stand. That is a fine. 350.
This court is real different. This court is different.
You know what?
Yes, Lord, Karma. Yes, I am. This is my court, and I do what I want. We all have drinks up here.
Well, you know what? That's fine for the fine.
This ain't traditional court.
I got my vitamin golden water. And I got my water, my cloudy water.
My witness eating their food. And with that being said, we're gonna send the case to the jury. Put 1 for guilty, 2 for not guilty. 1 for guilty, 2 for not guilty.
Hey,
my client look good sitting up there, girl. You better do. Come on, girl. We can't tell you, big girl or little girl. You look good.
You look like
you better work it. Come on, sis.
Now we gotta go.
Order in the court.
She looked like the team that Todd came to.
Who voted up? Put your ones in the chat or your food in the chat and vote it up.
Thank you, Lord Karma. We vote, Lord Karma. They can't read. They only gonna see the twos.
You cannot vote twice.
You better vote.
Vote 3 times.
Vote.
Hey, Lord Karma, don't vote twice.
Oh, you better vote.
Vote 3 times. She said you can't vote twice. Do it 3 times.
Come on, you better vote. And you can only vote once, okay?
Lord Karma. No. He said you can't vote twice. So Lord, do 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do all of them.
I'm only counting one number. Let's see what we got.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Melissa.
There are ones and there are twos. She guilty.
Shaitel, Nija, you know I'm not. You know what? Your next like on my Instagram page, I'm not giving you no love, and I love you, but I'm not giving you.
Oh, we were all that,
baby.
Love.
Cutie is better.
She is trying to.
Hey, you guys, not like that. While we are deliberating, y'all go follow my page. I just dropped some new content. You gotta go follow my my little page because I got a Kobe story that is a very when I met Kobe. That's all I'm gonna say. It's when I met Kobe, and it's there. So y'all go see it.
I'm heading over there because I need to hear about this.
It's a kiki. And on top of it, I met Shaq at the same time. So
I need to get over there. I need to hear about this because
it's a great story. It's a great.
You already know.
I used to have a Shaq when I was younger. I used to love Shaq. Oh my god, I used to think he was so.
Wait till you hear this story.
I think I have an affinity for people with thrombosis. It's like I like the cockeyed people. I really used to like.
Biggie.
I used to like Biggie. I used to think, oh my God, when that eye wandered around, it just really excited me. And also with Shaq and his wandering eye, it was very attractive to me.
Oh God.
You know what? I am accused, I'm not even gonna lie, I am accused of being a chubby chaser. I always see the beauty, and I don't care if people be like facially challenged, body challenged. I don't care. Like that stuff don't bother me.
Yes,
Like,
I like
I
beauty. I like
always
beauty
feel
so
like,
much. So I planned my daughter's birthday. My daughter's birthday is May 21st. I planned
okay.
my C-section on his birthday so I could have my baby on his birthday.
I'm sorry.
Excuse
I ain't
me.
even mad at you,
Made
Mace.
me pull up my
Mace,
Bible.
I ain't even mad at you.
I love me
Be
some
happy
Christopher
about it.
Wallace.
Y'all need this.
Excuse me.
What is that?
The Bible.
The Bible. The Bible.
Not Victor Jesus.
Order in the court. Can we bring it back so I can give judgment?
Bring
Yes,
it back.
ma'am.
Nigga.
That's your courtship. I'm
I
sorry,
need
your
y'all to
courtship.
back that.
Never again your courtship. We
I
will
need y'all
never
to
do
back
that
up.
again, your
I'm about
courtship.
to-
I'm
And she's
sorry.
still talking.
I need y'all to do what Juvie said, doing the 99 and the 2000. Back that ass. All right. Now the jury has came in with their verdict. Okay. Thank you for my refill.
Can I get a refill?
That my niece.
Thank you, Ray Ray. Thank
That
you,
was
Ray
her niece.
Ray.
Thank you.
Hey, niece.
I said, hey.
Hey, niece.
Not in the middle of court.
I know Ray Bay. I know Ray Bay did not just vote not guilty.
Ray Ray
Anyway,
did put a 2 in the chat. It's 1 and a 2. That's what she put, 2.
And she need a
Anyway.
fine because she was late.
Ray, you didn't.
Ray,
Baylor,
is one
nobody
for
asked
guilty,
you.
2 for
Wait,
not
somebody
guilty.
said that was the pen book. I did tell. Like, that was the same. I went in front of it, so I didn't know what it was.
Don't be mad because Ray Ray love Callie. Don't be mad.
Looked like
Just
the divide date book.
give me late as she want to be. Let her 2 is what I see. 1, 2.
Okay, and with that being said, it really looks to be a split decision because we had so many people vote more than once, so we can't count all the ones and the twos. So this has been a mistrial against LaTocha, and I have a feeling, okay, that we will be back for this. But what I am going to do is render LaTocha to go sit before. Oh, I see a new vote, which just turned it over for guilty.
This bitch is guilty.
All right, Z.
Okay, and with that being
Z
said,
late. Z was not here. Z is not. Nope.
They was not here either.
Z didn't even get the fine.
Z probably was in the bushes. We got 78 people in the bushes. At one point, we had 80 something.
Let me see if she can she afford this vote? Can she afford this vote?
The taco's going down. That's it.
I don't think she can afford this vote because it's about a quadruple.
The taco is going down.
Let me finish. Because what I will not be is disrespected in my court while I'm sitting. Y'all see me sitting on the bench.
Sorry, your courtship.
And Z, while we do thank you for doing your jurisdictional duties, okay. I do know that this is your first time here, so you're getting a first timer's late fee. But understand, in the future, you're going to be getting fined the same as everyone else. So today, the first timer's late fee is $250,000. How you pay that fine is in likes and comments. Okay, so make sure you like the video, make sure you count, and make sure you comment. Okay, and also shares the video with your people. Okay, which I see some of y'all been doing because we got a good bit of people up in the chat. Okay,
Appreciate
and thank
y'all.
you all for being here. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead on to sentencing. LaTocha, I sentenced you to get a brain. I also sentenced you to speak for yourself and understand that when you're working in a group, it is a group decision. Stop hiding behind the Lord, your prayer cloth, and your church hats, saying you need to pray about it. You already know what you want to do. And your husband and what he wants to do for the group ain't the group decision, okay? He don't have nothing to do with escape. Y'all was escape before he was your husband, and he slid up to you talking about, oh, you gonna be mine, girl. That wasn't even cute. That was some raggedy, ghetto, random stuff, okay? And you probably would have been better off being with the man that you left. I also need you to start running up to your mom and playing it up for your mom because you dogging your sister and giving her the cold shoulder, but then want to hug her in front of your raggedy mama to use it for your advantage. When you set up that and you said, my mama, you knew what it was. You was trying to humble your sister and put her back into her place and remind her where she stood in the family. But the fact of the matter is that you need to do that. And yes, she still had your back. She still fought for you. She still called Candy the whore of all hoes for you. And now you mad because she coming into her own and she no longer want to kiss your ass and stand in your shadow because she realized no matter what she does, it will never be good enough for you and your mama. Get a backbone on your own, handle your problems on your own, handle your husband on your own. Give your sister back her goddamn money.
Period.
If you ain't take her money, there should be no problem with saying no, we ain't take her money. Stop avoiding the question. Girl, go ahead and give your sister her money. You know what your husband did. And y'all felt like y'all was going to be able to do to her what y'all did to her because she was going to do exactly what it is that she wanted to do. Because had she put charges on you, oh boy, that would knock her out the good graces of your mama forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Run her money along with interest. Along with interest. Now, you not only stole from her, you put her marriage in jeopardy behind your foolishness and your raggedy husband, baby. If we wanted a solo career, we would have had one. We would have boosted you up back then. We didn't want it then, nor do we want it now. See, you mistake the interest that you get every time Escape is doing something that's interesting you. No, they're interested in the group, not you. And I don't know who church you think somebody gonna have you in and come ministering them thievery spirits, that negativity, that nasty ass attitude, and that docile ass ways while we pinning it on the Lord God Almighty, and he ain't got nothing to do with it. He on vacation way down in Tel Aviv somewhere. He ain't got nothing to do with your
And Judge, can you make sure you tell her to pay them taxes too?
He ain't got nothing to do with your mess, so stop blaming it on him. Stop bullying people by the way of the law and using for the law for a defense mechanism as they can't strike you back because you know they want to stay in good graces and make it to the heavenly skies. No God. You need to do some work deep down within and find out why you so insecure within yourself. Why you let this man control you to the fact that when he speaks to you, you go dormant behind the eyes. You go dead behind the eyes. He should not be your brain. You should be able to open up your mouth and make it say what it say because in all of these years, baby, if he was the manager of all managers, we would have been heard from you. We had a witness tonight on the stand that said words to a song that ain't none of us heard of. I didn't even know that was you.
Well,
on the Best Man soundtrack. Until right now, I still can't even think about that song. So with that being said, go away from us with this single solo project. You could never usher me before the presence of the Lord because the truth of the matter is in order to sing gospel, you got to feel that way. You got to be that way. In order to minister and bring somebody before the throne, you have to be pure at the time in which you're doing it. And at the time of recording this, your motives was wrong. Your spirit was nasty and you just uncleaned in the spirit. And ain't nobody trying to bring no unclean spirit up in their house. If I want to listen to some unclean spirit music, I listen to Kaya.
Your courtship.
Now, Kaya
and with that being said, I sentence you to talk to Iyanla, and I sentence you to 30 days in the jacket of love. And the jacket of love is the jacket of love that make you hug yourself. Because apparently the hugs your mama gave you was corrupted. You need to hug yourself and learn some self-love. Stop worrying about on them days with the big girls. Girl, big girls is in now. It's a whole BBW fetish on anyway.
Cornell side.
All them places.
Yes. Your courtship, can you also find her to gaining just a little bit of weight
listen,
to hold that neck up and that head up because it's too much. She just be.
I am not attacking Florida. I'm just saying, listen.
You don't have to explain yourself, Judge. Your Judge Nola.
This feisty one right here, she came in.
Yeah.
Last week talking about my benches. And I like Kaya, okay? You know what I'm saying? If I want to listen to some unclean music, baby, I'm gonna put on my neck, my back real quick.
And that she looked unclean in that
real
video.
Quick. And it ain't even about how she looked. I'm just saying in comparison to the gospel
secular music.
Okay? I'm going to put it on. Ain't nobody attacking Florida, girl. I just like Kaya. It is what it is. I like when she give an old nasty read. That's what I like. I don't go to LaTocha for that. And the fact that the matter
I wonder why. Because your last name is Reed. Okay, never mind.
And the fact of the matter is this. Okay, and the fact of the matter is this. girl, you not doing no justice for your solo career because your attitude that you're presenting on TV is nasty. You want everybody to believe that it is Candy. However, what you're presenting on the TV to us lets us know that what Candy said was lying. So it was true and you were lying about what happened. So you're not drawing anybody to your side. You didn't think about this well. You didn't come into this show with a game plan. You didn't come into the show playing with a game plan of redemption, or you didn't come with a road to win. You making people not like you. People don't like you. They don't like your mama. They think they nasty. And I know nobody don't want nobody talking about their mama, but the fact of the matter is your mama put it out there. Your mama let it be seen that it was favorites, and you know it, and you use it to your advantage. And then you want to sit up here and do interviews, no favoritism, like we blind. We know what we see, but it's always the person who received the favoritism that likes to say that they are not receiving the favoritism, yet all while using the favoritism. You want to take the argument and turn it into about my mama. We need to discuss my mama. No, we need to discuss my money.
Baby, you are
the matter is your sister need to move on from without y'all and love y'all from a distance.
Don't forget.
And with that being said, girl, I sentence you to get the hell on.
And I also
don't come back. Don't apologize to Escape no more. Don't sit on nobody and leave no messages talking about you want to, I don't know, I would like to tour with the group. Makes me feel like that solo career ain't really going how it needs to be going. Now that you want to tour back with the girls. Girl, go to hell. That's why I sentence you. Go to hell. And don't call Heaven Hotline no more. We don't want you. And with that being said, case is adjourned.
I just want to say this to the people. Don't forget that LaTocha did put it out there months before the show was even supposed to air, or before they hit even wrap filming of the show, that Tamika disrespected their mother, and that is why she had a problem when it came down to the Lady of Soul, down there to the awards and everything that happened after.
And don't forget, so Tiny will show her ass on this show as well.
She looks like a great dame down there to them award shows.
So
I can't believe people think Biggie was guilty.
She just got sentenced.
Look,
I sent her to the no more touring, no more solo touring. We don't want it. Gospel or otherwise alleged.
I want
her to bring out her gospel album though.
No, we don't want it. I sent her to not release it. I also blame Candy. You can blame me. I also
I'm not gonna blame you.
Divorce. How about
Sis, I'm not gonna blame you. What I am gonna do is I am promoting Mace Monroe's IG page because somebody in the chat wanted to know where they can find Mace, and so I put her on the Mace and Shady show. And also the Mace Monroe on IG because my sis, we got our glasses.
I put my
particular.
Huh? You put it in the chat. You a mod, right? So you should be able to put your. Oh Lord, the judge.
So let's get into it. That California beauty could put in the chat, Lord Karma.
Thank you, sis. So that's what I was doing. So if I missed something, I'm so sorry because me and Mace are I'm the oldest. I'm the eldest doll on here, and then Mace comes behind me. So our eyes are a little older. So I'm trying to make sure that my.
Oh my God! Speaking of older eyes, did I ever tell you when I went to the eye doctor? I went to the eye doctor. So the eye doctor is looking into my eyes. It was an old eye doctor. He's been there for years. He's really
83.
Yeah, he's really old, but he was looking into my eyes. So he's looking into my eyes with the machine. So he's in the machine. So then he back. So then he back. He looked again. Then he back again. Then he looked again. Then he scrambled off to the desk, and I see him looking through the computer. So he was like, okay. And I'm like, what's the matter? I'm thinking I got cataracts. I'm about to go blind. I'm like, what's going on? Because I already can't see. So he was like, no, your eyes, your eyes, your corneals are very old. He said, and I was like,
he looking at your.
He looked at my physical appearance, but he's like, the eyes are almost 50. He was like,
you know why? Because you can see into the future and past.
He was like, I didn't know. He said they can tell you age by your eyeball. When they look into your eyes, they can tell your age. He was like, he could see in my eyes that I was almost 50, but he's like, I was 50. And she had to double check to see, wait a minute, why is her eyes so old? And I'm like, because I'm old, doctor. Shut up. Stop.
I need to know why Lord Karma always just want to come for me. Lord, not the album is
Lord
gonna be
Karma.
aluminum.
Lord Karma.
Aluminum, baby,
Your sis
aluminum.
got you. Cover the judge all you
Don't
want.
go
You might get fined, but
in.
you can be on my side all day long.
TIN. That's
And
what
not the aluminum, not the Reynolds aluminum, the dollar store aluminum.
Oh no,
Ooh,
don't get
yeah,
that
don't
aluminum.
use that.
I hate that aluminum foil.
That's
we're not
that's
doing
where
that.
that's where aluminum is going.
With that being said,
Yes, let's good night.
we
Let's
will
good night.
see you all next week. Thank you all for returning. And next week there will be a surprise twist.
Don't forget the
Find out.
Night Court over on Prosperity.
Hey, not to,
Don't forget to go and watch California's Cutie video that she just
Exactly.
posted.
I got new stuff.
And
Promote
so Deb
Yes.
being on our channel tonight. Hey, bro, we appreciate you. You the only testosterone that's on our channel tonight. So we appreciate you. We
Yes.
really do.
Since we promoting stuff next week.
Oh, and if I be back
Game night
I would love to come.
You doing game night, Ranton?
next week.
Don't forget game night next Wednesday.
Game night Friday.
Tomorrow night as well.
I wanted them too to check out Princess channel. Check out Princess AV 613. Her Bob Meets World and myself. We just
Them
did
gems, the 3 gems, baby.
The Oscars, yes.
And we did a Oscar fashion review. So we did our 3 Gemini's panels. So when the Geminis get together, it's a fun time. So go check that out.
It's a key for sure.
And the game night tomorrow is Hangman, and it is going to be a Whitney Houston edition.
Hey,
I'm coming
Friday.
I wanna dance with somebody. And with that being said,
y'all better be following all of us, y'all. Follow all of us.
Don't forget to come back for the twist next week.
Good night.
Love y'all. Bye.